for it, it's like you do that. I need more than 2 hours to get ready for P-Rock. When I sat here and I got the same news the same time you got it. He was sitting right here. Pete Rock called. Actually, he was sitting right here. I was sitting right there. Pete Rock called me. Yo, what's up? What you doing? Yo. Y'all want to do the podcast? So word, come through.
Yo, this nigga.
Next thing, I'm like, call your man. Tell him Pete Rock might come over here. I said, Mike. Rich said, I'm calling. Because he knew you was going to give the same reaction. Predictable reaction you was going to give. You frantic. I need more than 2 hours for this. And I'm sitting there like...
That was a little bit more bitchy.
You need 2 hours to ask 2 motherfucking questions? I said, who is this nigga?
I hate this.
Who is this nigga?
Who
is this nigga?
Like this, like, yo, bro, I hate you, bro.
It's alright, man. I'm gonna make you better. Because at the end of the day, I already had my clip full for you before you even pulled this fucking theatrical fucking show on Broadway fucking stunt that you pull every time somebody call you and tell you gotta do something. This is my life! Yes, this is my life! Nigga! I don't give a fuck about what?
Yeah, I didn't even say that.
Yes, you did!
This is my life. It ain't changed. I'm keeping it 100.
I don't know since when I became this fucking person, man.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
Perfect point. Stay ready. I don't want to hear no fucking complaining about, niggas only told me an hour ago. Niggas only told me, I don't want to hear that shit.
No, I take this shit more serious. You call me Pete Rock, I'm like, damn, that fucking Pete Rock. Nigga want to be lit. Nigga want to be ready for Pete.
You have
nigga.
2 questions. Yeah, this, you know what I mean? I ain't got a show on vacation. That's how I'm about his show with that. Show on vacation. So my co-host is my guest in my chat right now. I usually got him here to tease him. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you've been smoking rock or under a rock, you're now tuned into the Personal Party Podcast. And look, I know, you know what I mean, it looks a little dull right now because my partner in Islam, he on vacation right now. And I got my motherfucking big brother. This is not even a podcast right now. This is just an open conversation.
Man, what's going on with you?
I have, I'm not even done with my intro. I got one of the greatest producers of all time.
Thank you, man.
On everyone's list. The Chocolate Boy Wonder. The Soul Brother #1.
Hello.
Motherfucking Pete Rock in this motherfucker right now.
What's good?
Oh, man, come on, man. You know what I mean? We here, I'm high as a motherfucker.
Let's record.
Oh, I didn't even press record yet? Oh, shit. I did all of that shit and they didn't even press record. Niggas just tell them, nah, it don't matter. Nah, it don't matter. They heard me. We got that shit already locked in the system. As soon as that shit start.
Right.
For hard niggas like me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
My motherfucking brother P Rock. How you doing, brother?
Bro, working hard, man.
Always.
On just, and then now we ready to do what we supposed to do. I got my artist Amir here. We did a mixtape called 21 Grams. Got an album coming out called Dope Boy Soul. And then I just finished Peace Instrumentals 4. And started this other project that I can't mention. And then now I know we was talking.
Mm-hmm.
And now we here.
Because people harass me every day for Don't Smoke Rock too.
I understand.
I've been getting harassed every day for the last 5 years.
Yes.
It don't even feel like we put that joint out 5 years ago.
Bro, that's crazy. Damn.
Yes, that means, you know what I mean, year 6, we might have to let that clip off.
Time is flying.
Time is flying like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where to start. I say this shit with every interview, but it be so real because I don't really be knowing. Speaking of radio shit, Future Flavors.
Man, Future Flavors, bro. Come on, man. First of all, shout out to my man Marley Marl for one, and that was one of the greatest shows on radio. Um, we were just doing what we was love, what we love doing, and playing all the underground smashes and all the joints we thought was bangers in New York at the time. Man, it was, the underground world was really, really active and popping.
When is this? 92.
Back in the 90s, 91, 92,
91.
93. It really started from 88 on.
Right.
You know,
So you was always a lover of underground music.
yes, always, always. I mean, that's where it all starts. It really starts from like the Cool Herc days. I'm cut from that cloth, and Cold Crush, Grandmaster Flash. Who else? Fearless Four, Funky Four plus one more. Um, all the old school Crash Crew. You know what I'm saying?
Legends.
Yeah, like that. That all of that taught me what I know, but I couldn't really express it being so young. So I started learning how to. My cousin taught me how to DJ. My cousin Floyd, when I was like mad young. I was like 7 years old, scratching, trying to learn how to, And one time, you know, he family, so it's all good. So, one time nobody was home at the crib, and I kind of broke in the crib and went in the basement and turned the equipment on and was DJing all by myself. And then he came home and busted me in there, and then was just showing me how to do it from there. And from there, I was always intrigued by it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I know all of these things, but a lot of my friends here, a lot of the viewers, what I mean, they might not know. So we gonna catch everybody up. I'm going through the history of PR.
All right.
We gonna start with P Rock and CL Smooth.
Okay.
How did you meet CL Smooth?
In high school. Basically. You know what I'm saying? And through my street friends. Basically, and I was introduced to him, and then we went to my crib and started making joints, just like that. Like I was up and coming, like trying to be, and I was just at that time I wasn't really popular on the producing tip. I was doing it, but I wasn't popular with it. I was just crafting and trying to figure it out.
Right.
And so I was doing that, and then we started doing joints in my basement, putting stuff together. At first I would do it by pause button, but then I got some equipment, learned how to use it, and started sampling music. You know what I'm saying? And then sampled some of my first beats that I made with the SP, and we started doing joints and recording it. And I had the mic set up. I had shit in the basement. You know what I mean? Low equipment. And we was doing joints down there, bro. And that's how, and got signed off them joints.
So wait, so y'all got signed off Troy?
No, not Troy. We wasn't doing Troy. No, we was nowhere near that beat yet.
Right.
We was just doing like
just joints,
little basement shit. You know what I'm saying? And got signed off of that.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That like we didn't have it wasn't professionally recorded. It sounded decent for what it was. But I guess the ideas and the concepts is what they liked, and CL's voice.
Right. CL's voice, your beats. But that's crazy. So, what label signed y'all at first? What was the first label y'all did business with?
Elektra.
Elektra.
The major label. It just blew my mind, bro. Like, nah, get out of here. I see what you're saying. Like, when people are always scrapping until they get to that level. But I went.
Y'all went straight to the league.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy. Nah, for real, I was blown by that, bro, because I thought I was going to climb up some more steps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was still climbing steps, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? We was young and doing our thing. We got signed and got in the big studio, And but before all of this, I was in the studio for the first time when I was doing like this group called Groove Be Chill. I was working with them. I was like mad young, 17 or something like that. Trying to figure out how to work in the studio. I didn't know what I was doing. But when I got to the CL point, I knew I got the hang of it.
Right.
And so we recorded All Sold Out, the EP, then went from the EP to Mac and the Soul Brother album, then Main Ingredient. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's gangster. See, even me as a fan, I love hearing the come-ups of legends because y'all had it way harder than a lot of niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just the whole process. The whole studio process was even different than how it is back then and how it is right now.
The way you know people work today is much faster, quicker, and the equipment is crazy. I did it much harder. Like I did a lot of work to all the joints you hear. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was some joints that was like simple, but then it was, you know, all that stuff that you heard. I was wilding out.
Right.
I was wilding out.
So y'all met in high school. Y'all got signed to Elektra straight from doing fucking music in the basement.
Yeah.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then all this classic music was crafted.
Yeah.
Now, during this time, was there any groups or what was the first, who was the first artist that reached out to work with you guys around that time?
Oh, man. I was doing like stuff with Hev, you know, rest in peace. You know, I was doing stuff with Heavy D, so he was big at the time. And I was getting a lot of work under his wing. And, you know, Eddie F was the DJ and was the brain, you know, of, you know, and had things going on with labels and had me up in there. You know what I'm saying? And so I was doing remixes with Eddie F. Untouchables was a production crew that he formed, and I was a part of it. And we was doing them R&B remixes like the Johnny Gill and like a couple of other joints, Alexander O'Neal, all that. And you know, it was really under Hev's wing. I was getting to work with other artists, and then the music got better, the beats got crazier, and then, you know, just artists was requesting to work with me, and I was, you know, Run DMC'd out, you know, all that was crazy, man.
I mean, you work wherever you say it so casually, but you work.
Nah, I'm not. I'm really. I'm thinking about the moment. You know, I'm thinking about the moment. Like, Run DMC, rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. That for me was like a crazy moving pivot. Like, it was ridiculous, bro, to work with them guys, man.
Right. See, everybody. All right, the audio is tripping. Let me get this audio right.
All right.
We could do that. We could. What I got to do, physics? Come over here. Don't worry, man. Imperfections is perfections. It's only me and you running the show tonight. Yeah. Blanco 6, show on vacation. We're going to get right back into it. I had to make sure you sound good, because check this out. I'm not getting cursed out no more for no more mixes. I'm not getting cursed out for mixes.
Bro. Come on, man.
No more sound issues.
Oh, my goodness.
Made sure we good. I do not want to get cursed out.
You know, I'm anal when it comes to my production, brother.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to take full responsibility. You know I'm going to say that now. I'm going to take full responsibility. It wasn't nobody else but me being thirsty.
Nah, you good, bro.
That was all me. That was all me. All right. We
definitely good.
We all the way there. Right, so getting back to it.
Yeah.
Working with Hev.
Yeah.
And working with Run DMC and all those guys.
Yeah, man. So that's how I got to work with other artists, bro. Like under the wing of Untouchables and Heavy D, you know. And that was like one of the greatest feelings of you know, ever. You know, to be involved in that kind of success.
Right. See, that's gangster. See, like, the 90s was the golden era for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up idolizing what y'all did in that era to what I do now. So, you know, I look at that era as a blueprint. You know what I mean? To not even in a nostalgic way.
Yeah.
But just in a way where you got to know where you came from in order to know where you're going.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And y'all laid the bricks down.
It's happy birthday hip hop, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kool Herc, and without him, I don't know what I'd be doing. You know what I mean? I love hip hop and I love music. I know I would be doing something, but I'm just saying, like, as far as hip hop is concerned, I'm all the way in 10 toes, bro.
Right. And you worked with every legend that I could think of. All my favorite rappers.
There's a few I could, have under my belt, too.
My top 5, you work with all my top 5. You know what I mean? So you a top 5 of all time, and you work with all the top 5 of all time. Now, it's one person in particular, you know what I mean? You've told me so many stories throughout the years, and it's so many of them I'm going to bring up, and one that, it always stands out to me is you picking up Big L from the block.
Oh, come on, man.
And riding with Big L for hours as he freestyled to your beats.
Yeah.
And
at that time, it was the Benzie box and the cassettes going on in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I had the Honda Accord with the sunroof. I had the AZEV rims on there. I remember everything about that car.
Talk about it!
Yo, it was a sedan. It wasn't a coupe, but it was. I had that joint banged out, and I had the system in there. So one day I got the call. I was like, yo, I'm gonna come get you, yo. Came and got son, and we drove from like Harlem to the Bronx, to Mount Vernon, back to the Bronx, back to Harlem.
And he rapped the whole
The
way.
whole time. Nah, no lie. I was like, damn, you gonna kill. I was just saying to him, yo, you gonna kill shit. I can't wait to get in the lab with you. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that happened, that incident, and I still got in there and did what they gave me of his vocals and did the 2 joints, and then had Andre the Giant on there with him, and Miss Jones, and I think Stan Spit was on one version. Yeah.
Gangster.
Yeah, man.
Gangster. I mean, the legend list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Now, is one particular album that changed the face of hip hop at this time that we still go out and we still reference this album, Illmatic.
Oh, come on, bro.
The God Nas.
Yes, sir.
You let an air horn on for that because I've been stingy with the air horns.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. How did you meet Nas?
Through Large Professor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to Queens hanging out with Large, and that's how I met Nas. And then when he started to, rev up, then Illmatic came about. Large called me up and was like, yo, I need you. And came through. You know what I'm saying? And With the World Is Yours. But anyway, I went a little fast, but you know what I'm saying? But, we met, and then Large brought him to the crib, and we was in the basement, and I started going through my disc of beats, and then had that already made, and then popped it in and played it, and he liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of froze and was like, yo, because I was about to change the beat into another beat, because I couldn't tell if he liked it or not. Then he was like, yo, nah. And that's how I knew. Like, all right, we going with this one. And
that was the masterpiece.
Yeah, and then he started coming up with like the idea right there, like with the hook. And it was like, yo, I'm gonna get you to sing on that. He wanted me to sing the hook over.
Whose world is this?
If I can remember the conversation. It was a while ago. It was long. I'm talking years ago. But I know that's what we discussed.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I didn't want to do it at first.
Why didn't you want to do it?
Cause
you was on your Chocolate Boy Wonder Cool Boy
I was
shit
just
like
that. I was just on that shit.
I
was on that shit. Yeah, but then you young. You know what I'm saying? I blame it on that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, and I did it still. So
it goes down as a staple in history. See, I brought back bringing your ad libs on joints. I'm putting that out there. I brought it back. Then Kendrick and all them niggas reached out after that.
Yes.
I did that first. Let that be known,
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we did Don't Smoke Rock, bro, that was like so much fun, man. Like I can't even explain the stories on that.
Man, well, I can. All right. So look,
I know you can. I know you got a lot.
oh my God. So look, I'm gonna take it back to I don't even remember the year. Early 2000s. DJs were still carrying crates to the clubs. I was too young to get in the club.
Yes.
You was like, come with me.
Yep.
Just carry the crates.
Yep.
They ain't gonna search your ID. You with me.
But how we meet?
Johnny Shipes.
There you go.
Johnny Shipes was doing some work with you.
Yeah.
Back in SWAT management days.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you know, I was all fucking Pete Rock. So you know, as soon as you walked in, I'm just like, oh man, this motherfucker Pete Rock, man. And you know, we smoked some blunts and we kicked it, and you know, you had a gig that night, and you was like, yo, come to the club. I wasn't 21 yet. Like, nigga, just carry the crates. You good?
I got you. Bro.
I got you, and you gave me $100 at the end of the night.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to that crispy C note, right? So at this time,
thank you for your time,
look,
sir.
man. I wasn't soliciting myself as a rapper at this time.
Nah, so
I was just like, you know, I wanted to earn my shit. I didn't want to force my shit on you. I just wanted you to fuck with it. And I was like, at that time in my mind, I was like, look, man, one day he just gonna hear my shit. Yeah. He just gonna hear my shit.
Yeah, we didn't really get a chance to listen to too much of your shit back then.
Nothing. I didn't even say I rap.
I liked what I heard, whatever I heard. I think I did like. I remember I listened to something. It was something.
Yeah,
and I didn't know it was you. But you was thin.
I was skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was skinny, nigga.
Yeah. And you had the bucket. You still had the bucket.
I still had the bucket.
And I was like, yeah. I remember listening to some of your early joints.
Yeah, early smoking numbers days, right? And then you know, I remember you was DJing at Shade 45. I think it might have been with either Tony Touch or Lord Sear.
Yeah.
And they played this record I had with Flying Lotus. Shout out to Flying Lotus, Dear Summer.
Man, that's my joint.
And you text me like, nigga.
And then I'm a producer, so, and I, samples, and I got records, and I listened to joints, and I heard the sample, and I was just like, oh.
That's cool.
I was like, okay, all right, that's funky. That's
right. That's exactly what you said. That's funky, like, bro. Okay. That shit hard. Right? So then, fast forward a couple months later.
We did Achieve after that.
We didn't know. Before Achieve, Funk Flex sent me a Pete Rock beat when he started doing the mixtape again.
Yes.
Right? So Funk Flex came out of retirement to do this mixtape after 10 some odd years.
Okay.
And he reached out to all the up and coming guys, and he was the one that was giving us beats. And I was lucky enough to get a Pete Rock beat. And he was like, you know Pete Rock? I'm like, that's my big brother.
There you go.
So we go to Dan the Man studio. Shout out to Pro Town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? R.I.P. Pro Town.
Shout out Dan the Man.
Shout out Dan the Man.
Word.
He's still alive and well.
Yes, sir.
And we cut that freestyle. It was so good. You said, look, let's get back in the studio because
I was hype.
We got some work to do.
I was hype off that.
We got some work to do. And then the Chief came.
Yes. That's when we did Chief.
And that warmed it up for Don't Smoke Rock a couple years later.
Yeah.
Right? And for me recording that album, I always tell the story. It's like, it's like
we didn't start recording that right. It was a couple of years later. Yeah, it was.
It had to be like a year or two later. Yeah, okay. Had to be like a year or two later.
All right.
And for me working with you was like, you wanna impress your big brother so much, and you so happy to run the full on the big court with all the older guys. That you just like, I just gotta show up. That was my D Wade moment.
Well, after
you was Shaq, I was D Wade.
Yep.
They was triple teaming you. You passed me the ball. I had to do a score.
I was sold after Dear Winner. I was like, here we go. He doing that. Let's go, man.
And the first song we did, I feel like was Black Superhero Car. I think that was the first song we recorded. I think that was the first song we recorded for Don't Smoke
But
Rap.
I love.
I love the whole shit.
What's the one? Damn man, next to last joint.
Dust to Dust.
Nope, the smoking joint.
Oh,
Until
Until Then.
till then.
Now look, Until Then was a surprise feature.
That's my shit.
Because rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah,
that's my brother.
Rest in peace to Mac Miller.
Right? I didn't know.
Damn, we lost a lot of brothers.
Man, we lost a lot of brothers.
Damn, bro.
I did not know that you was talking to Mac at all.
Yeah, man.
Mac told you not to tell me.
Did a joint with him and Schoolboy Q.
Right. Man. Mac said he told you not to tell me that he was doing this verse for me. And then when the vocals came in, it was just like, yo, I got this joint for you. Played it for me. It was Mac.
Yep, I put him on the hyped. Camp Low album too.
That's hard.
Mac Miller, man. Rest
Mac,
in peace.
he was a rap savant.
He was dope.
Fucking loved.
He was dope.
Rap. How did you meet Mac Miller?
I guess he just kind of reached out to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of reached out. He just kind of reached out to me. I think it was like by DM or something like that. And then I knew who he was. I knew what he, how he rapped already and stuff like that. I was like, I'm down. Since he wanted to work with me, I was down already to work with him.
Right.
So
right.
We did a couple of joints.
Cause you love lyricists.
Mm-hmm.
You love hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You've been relevant for decades. Air horns for that.
God bless, bro.
Because a lot of people can't say that they've lasted the times. And you've lasted the times. Even so that you're social media savvy. You're very social media savvy. Yeah. You might be the only nigga that I know. I go to sleep, I see some PR posts, and I wake up to some new PR posts, and I'm like, how the fuck is PR? Does he have a social media manager or something?
Yeah.
How the fuck is he posting? And it's funny posts. Like, you see, a lot of niggas don't know you're a fucking comedian.
You know what? I grew up cracking jokes in high school. All of us, and even in my family, you know what I'm saying? We just grew up like that, bro. Like,
we laugh a lot, man.
Just cracking, laughing and cracking and laughing and cracking and
this
laughing.
Nigga got jokes.
Yo, bro.
On top of jokes.
I grew up
on
like
top
that.
Of jokes.
Man. Yep.
Word.
We grew up like that.
Right. So, social media. Now, like I said, you are a teacher. You are final level sensei when it comes to working with a producer. Right. A lot of artists might not even live a career to even work with you, how prestige you are and how meticulous you are with working with the people that you work with. Right now, so outside of your voice in hip hop, like I said, you have a voice on social media. And a lot of times people aren't happy with the shit that you got to say.
You know what though, bro? It's crazy because it's like, some of the followers I just think are psycho. I don't even care if they get mad and unfollow me. It's all good. I don't care. I don't care.
You don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't. You don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. All I care about is like hip hop,
good music.
You know what I'm saying? Social media is just some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think a lot of people take it so literal. Even though everything that you say about music, definitely take that literal because he's not fucking joking. He's dead serious.
Man, listen, I make 10 beats a day now, man. I used to make way more, man.
Right.
Slow, man.
Now, choosing the MCs that you work with, what's the process of doing that? Like I know, like I said, you're on social media, but you also outside. So how do you gauge the artists that you work with?
It's easy to get a vibe on people, man. It's just, especially if you know their talent and how they rap and their voice. Those are the things that are attractive when it comes to how I make my music. You know what I'm saying? The pieces to the puzzle that fit. And so I just kind of get a vibe on dudes, If I'm coming around, sometimes I'm invited to sessions and I go down to I be hanging with the Locks and Chic and Styles and Kiss, or even Dipset.
Why you laugh?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? You Harlem, I'm 914, so you know what I'm saying?
Here you go. No, I'm definitely Harlem. You know what I mean? It's all good. It happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm invited to sessions and I'll just be sitting in there, getting vibes. You know what I'm saying? Well, he would sound good over this joint I made, or And then I'm constantly making beats. I'm always making beats. Like, and then sometimes I don't even really gotta make beats. I could just like how we did Don't Smoke Rock. You was just picking joints.
Right.
I ain't really make maybe one.
You made a few.
Yeah, maybe
Hold the
one
Drums.
or two. Yeah, Hold the Drums.
You was making Hold the Drums.
Yeah, I made that.
And the reason we named the Hold the Drums because I was like, yo, P, I'll hold the drums.
Yeah,
I don't want no drums on
it.
this.
Yeah.
Let's just have this.
I just minused it.
Yeah.
Just took it out.
But your process of making beats is so phenomenal.
Thank
for
you.
Me, like I stargaze before I even start getting into my verse, just watching the process because you still on the MP. You know what I mean? Like
the SP. Well, I haven't been on the SP in years, but I got a million beats on that machine.
Yeah, I mean, you got this one book bag that has all these discs from I want to say maybe 92 to now, and if you're lucky, and he sends you the beat on email, he might find the disc.
I got file cabinets of freaking discs full.
Bro,
like,
how do you
crazy.
keep up with that shit, bro? Like,
I'm organizing them now.
How is it just P-Strumental 5? You're supposed to be on P-Strumental 50. Well, all these fucking
This is
beats
P-Strumental 4 I'm getting ready to come out with now.
Right. I'm saying, but we about to get the 5. That 4 is already in the can.
And shout out to the band. Shout out to my soul brothers on P-Strumental 3. Mono, Daru, Marcus, Yuki, Jermaine Holmes. You know what I'm saying? And we rocking, man. Live music too. Let's go.
Shout out to I love it,
bro.
Like even when we did Don't Smoke Rock, we got two versions of Don't Smoke Rock.
Oh yeah.
We have the sample version.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And then we have the live version.
Yes.
Now for a lot of artists, me myself, sometimes we get caught up with demoitis.
Yeah.
With the original way that we cut a song, right?
Yeah.
But this shit was so good.
Yeah.
And you're such a musician, and like I said, you so fucking meticulous and anal with sounds that the shit didn't sound too far from the samples, right? So I know you've been doing that forever, but do you like live instrumentation?
Of course.
Better than you like sampling?
That's a good question.
See, I got you.
That's a good question because the way I do it, I can make certain sounds like instruments, damn near. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing like live music. Let's be honest, because the music that we sample is live music. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that just, you know what I'm saying? It's Isaac Hayes, it's James Brown, it's Aretha Franklin, it's, you know what I'm saying? The moments, stylistics, you name it.
Otis Redding.
Oh, so many people out here that we use and we listen to growing up. And then, Curtis Mayfield. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Curtis Mayfield.
And that's, basically it. The inspiration comes from all those people before us when we were young little whippersnappers.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. A part of the music that I was raised hearing music that particularly, it's all the shit that I rap to now.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up,
yeah,
I don't think my intake for it wasn't what it is right now. And my father drilled that shit in my ears on purpose. Because when I'm trying to watch Saturday morning wrestling, he's blasting fucking Curtis Mayfield or Marvin Gaye or Luther or whoever, soca or reggae, the Mighty Sparrow. He's playing at
Calypso,
ridiculous levels.
And reggae in my house, forget about it.
Right, Island Boys. Shout out, let the horns go. You know what I mean?
Reggae,
Jamaica,
bro.
Guyana in this motherfucker.
Man.
You know what
you already know, bro.
You already know. Yardman
we link, King.
Right. Dumplings forever. Dumplings
forever. We eat the same food. You already know what it is.
Provisions forever.
Yes.
Right? So, a part of why I love, your production and I love working with you is because it takes me back to when my dad was playing that music.
Wow.
The oldies.
Well, my pops was the same way.
You know what I mean? So that shit is some shit that's in my DNA. So it's so natural.
Mine too.
Right. So goes to my next question.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Even hanging out with you, watching the shit that you watch on TV, or you watch your 70s and 80s sitcoms
I can't help
and
it.
shows.
I can't help it.
Right? And the music instrumentation in a lot of these shows.
You heard. You heard. People ain't doing it, man.
And you know, and even if they do
I mean,
it, they're
they
not
do
gonna
it. They
do it
doing
like
it. They
you.
doing it. But I'm just saying.
Right, they're not gonna do it like you.
Like
you know what I mean?
the thing, certain. It's just my ears, just like that's crazy right there.
That's my favorite time of music. It's timeless, right? That's why one of the best beats I've ever heard, best songs, one of my favorite songs ever that you produce, Joy.
Wow.
I
Really?
listened to that song, PR.
Wow.
I listened to that song over 100 times.
That was my
maybe
mama
when it
shit.
first came out, I listened to it over 100 times. Like I kept it on repeat, and not only
That's
because
crazy, man.
because it was you, it's because the sample, Hove, and Kanye, and that was your first time working with Hove.
Yep. Very first time we knew each other, definitely, no doubt. We was trying to work with each other back in the day in the 90s, but it's just like
Right.
one day he walked up on me in the club and just tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around and just gave me a pound, and we was chilling, talking. Then he bounced. You know what I mean? It was the old school club on 56th Street. Yeah, I remember when I did a party there. I forgot the name of that joint. That shit was crazy. Right off the west side.
Right off the West Side Highway.
Yeah, right in that tunnel. That club right there.
Terminal.
Right in that club on 56th Street, right there.
Damn, what's the?
It's right.
Is it Terminal 48? Nah, it's not Terminal. What's the name?
I don't know
of
the
that
name of it today, but I forgot the name of it.
But that's
back
what
then.
it is now, I believe.
Yeah, that was the spot back then. Yeah, so Jay was up in there.
So how did Joy come about? Did that come
Kanye,
through Kanye or Hov?
yep, Kanye. You know, shout out to him. You know, working with Kanye West. You know, that started from like I guess when he did Runaway, and sampled Mecca and the Soul Brother drums, and then I just got involved with him and did more stuff and went to Hawaii and laid some beats down, and Rick Ross was there and John Legend came through, and I met Kid Cudi. You know, it was a good trip, man. You know what I'm saying? And Ye was on it, man. He was on it. He was on the music, bro. He has a whole bunch of pieces of paper on his walls that said no Twitter. He couldn't be on social media and nothing. It's about that work, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Let's get it in, man. And so I laid down like 10 beats or something like that, maybe more or less. I don't know. But then it narrowed down to like 8, then to 6, then to like 3, then to 1. And then he started rapping over the Joy beat. And I didn't know he was going to put Jay on it.
Pete Rock, let the needle drop.
Yo, son.
When you heard him say that, what was going through your mind?
I lost it. I can't front. I lost it. I was like that. Damn, he finally did it. Got on the PR beat, man. Thank you, Ye. You helped me accomplish something. Nah, but it was beautiful, man, to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that shit was beautiful to listen to.
Yeah.
So, and the whole process of how it got done, and the fact that, it took that long for y'all to work, and then when y'all finally worked, it was everything that I would imagine it to be.
Yep.
That's when synergy is supposed to be what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was beautiful, bro. And he knows his stuff. Kanye knows his stuff, and he started running down to me the interludes and stuff that he used to listen to, and all my joints, and he used to sample them, and I used to do the same thing, like listening to Marley and listening to other producers, playing with their little drums and sampling them, trying to make something.
Who's Pete Rock's favorite producer of all time?
Probably Dilla, and now Vitamin D. It's like Madlib, you know what I'm saying? Those three.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love a lot of other producers, Alchemist, Primo, Showbiz. The list goes on. Diamond D, you know what I mean? So many more, bro. But those three right there.
Dilla, Vitamin,
And Madlib. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
You know, Madlib and Freddie they got some good tapes.
Yeah.
They got
Shout
some
out
good
to
tapes.
Gibbs,
Shout out
man.
to Gibbs. Shout out to Gibbs.
Yeah, those were they joint is my favorite joint. That's my favorite of all. I played that all year long all through the pandemic. Yo, bro, I lit that thing up. You know, so and then me and Madlib talk a lot on the phone and on text.
This nigga PR.
You know what I mean?
See, I like that because, you know, you're a competitive motherfucker. So that means when we doing Don't Smoke Rock 2, when we doing Don't Smoke Rock 2, we coming, we want the smoke. We coming for everything.
You know what? Oh, bro, you gonna wow. You ain't ready, man.
Nigga, I'm ready. Man. I've been ready for a long time. I've been harassing you for a minute.
Yeah, I know you have. Yeah, a couple years now.
A couple years, but you know, we did get this done.
Yeah, man, that was dope, man. Shout out to Benny the Butcher, man.
Shout out to the Butcher. That happened pretty fast. And those was old Pete Rock beats that I had.
That was crazy.
That was just the
I was just glad I was able to fix that one, you know, and get that other joint done.
Right. It was one beat you couldn't find that was in the 90s batch.
Yeah, so I let that fly.
Right.
So but you know what? I found a disc.
You found it?
I found it.
So it sounds like we might have to remix that and do something else with that.
Because I'm gearing up for the new SP joint. So
and I know it's a random Smoke Dizza verse on there floating.
You know what? There's beats on there that I have with the SP that I know you'll probably be like, yo, let's update this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you know I'm gonna harass you after this. This is my stock. Yes. So I could just send you clips like, look, remember when you said this?
Yes.
I need that.
Yes.
Right? So, you know, we spoke about a lot of legends that you work with, and that, you know, you came into closed circles with. Now, there's one person I didn't name that it's an amazing story.
Who's this?
My favorite rapper of all time, the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh. Shout out to the B.I.G.
Now run that down for me.
Puff just brought him over to the crib, man. That was crazy, bro. It's like
914 link up.
Yeah, bro. He brought him over there, and he was just so humble and cool. He was just like, yo, Pete, I just want to see how you make a beat. And so I was doing Main Ingredient at the time.
Didn't he rap over one of the beats on Main Ingredient?
In my basement,
yeah,
but not recorded.
Right, I know.
But he was
said he
freestyle.
Wanted one of them joints.
Man, listen, he was picking interludes. He was like, yo, I want this and I want this. I was like, that's interludes. He was like, yo, I want, you know what I'm saying? And then they ended up doing one with
I could rap the verse right now. I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that joint. But yeah, that
nigga just busted impromptu beatbox on me. Had me under pressure. I thought I was about to have to rap just now. Like, hold on, I gotta think of a rap right now. This nigga PR, that just sound high.
But they did use that one, but he was picking interludes, bro. He was picking interludes, and I was like, word, all right. You want fuck? I knew it wasn't gonna go down with Puff though, cause it was too hard for streets. It was too hard for the streets. Puff was on that.
He was on that.
You know, radio friendly, colorful.
Now, what was if it was Instagram back then? You might have been talking a lot of shit back then.
But then when I heard "Ready to Die," I was like, "Damn, listen to that dark beat Lord Finesse made on that." You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I be fucking around with. Like that beat is ill.
It is.
That Lord Finesse shit is.
Now I got a confession. I didn't really like Ready to Die like that.
Yeah, I can understand.
It was too dark for me.
You know what I liked? The original version of Ready to Die. There was like Easy Mo B did versions of One More Chance that was different. You know what I'm saying? And it was different. What's the name sounded different. What's the one? Robin Steele. Give me the loop. Give me the loop. Give me the loop. That was a different beat. It was like, you know, I don't know. I was just digging that first run. It never. I don't think it ever hit wax or nothing, but I just heard it. I remember having a copy.
See, now we on the internet. I'm an internet baby. Even though I'm a mixtape baby too.
Yeah.
I played in a lot of these eras, but
You've been around for a minute.
I've been
man.
around for a minute, but for you, at that time the internet wasn't a thing, but bootlegging was a thing.
Yes.
How did you deal with that back then?
That's crazy because you know what? That whole Pete Rock era, there was no internet until the 2000s. Or when? When in like 99?
99? 2000, let's say 2000s because 99, niggas was still on dial-up.
Yeah.
It really wasn't, you know what I mean, communities.
You know what I'm
if you had to be privileged if you had a desktop in
And
your
Beepers
crib.
was out in the
Beepers,
90s.
Sidekicks. Well, not Sidekicks. Beepers in the 90s for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then that was it. Like, that was crazy. It was a good, I don't know, it was just, you just adapt to what life is, bro. And you just, if you love music, you just do the work, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then to me, it's not work. But if you're in the music business, it's work. But they make it work. But we make it fun and from the heart. That's how you're supposed to do music.
Right. Was there ever a sample that you couldn't flip?
No. But the way I hear stuff, I could flip any record now. But I didn't make attempts to I wasn't thinking about sampling 80s records till I met Dilla. You know what I'm saying? And now that I listen to beats that Vitamin D makes, he flips any record from out the sky, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I'm just, giving credit where credit's due. You know what I mean? And now that our ears are professionally, you know what I mean? We lock in on anything. Don't matter.
See, you're a digger when you go dig. You dig for records all around the globe. I feel like one of my homies, actually, The Alchemist.
Me and Alchemist was in Japan.
Right.
We was in Japan chilling, going in. Me and him in the store. We was just buying up.
As a fan, or as a rapper, if I walked into that record store and I saw you and Alchemist digging for records together,
the Japanese regular customers was coming in there when a couple of dudes was like, shout out to my man Alchemist, man. That's my dude.
Yeah, I love Alchemist. I love Al. Yo,
it.
Speaking of Japan,
Yeah.
now you're a well-cultured guy. You've been around the world, whether performing or DJing.
Australia too.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place?
Probably Japan and Australia, but I love the UK. Like I really do, 'cause I just feel connected to it somehow.
Is it the love that they give you when you out
The
there?
London, the Jamaican side
the Jamaican
of London.
side of London. That's what gets.
You understand?
The smirk said it all.
You already know.
I already knew it was that because it's different, bro.
Yeah.
It feel like we at home.
Yeah, bro.
When we over there. It's just the love is different. It's like, you're Pete Rock, so you get fucking Pete Rock.
Yeah. It's
Super
a history.
Pete
It's a
Rock
big
admiration
history
out
for
there.
us island boys
Right.
in the UK. There's a huge history with, goes way back, man. Musically.
Musically, for sure.
hell
For
yeah,
sure, for
hell
sure.
yeah.
Where was your favorite place to perform?
Good question. In New York, BB King's. In Europe, Jazz Cafe.
Love the Jazz. That's my first show in London I did at the Jazz Cafe.
Yes, sir. And where else? In Japan. When it's a sold out crowd, oh my God. I didn't even expect to see those people. When it was like Pete Rock versus Premier concert and me and CL.
You feeding me questions right now.
Yeah.
Because bust it. I can go on the record and say that y'all two started verses. Right?
Yeah.
As far as the concept of, two respectable talents going against each other playing records that they done.
Yeah.
Right? And it started with you and Primo.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you probably it's not on the top of your list of things you're interested to do right now. However, Dream versus Pete Rock against.
I'm in Dream. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say Dream, but I would just say something that
Let's say
somebody
fantasy versus.
that'll make it real fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need a name. I ain't letting you off the hook
But
because I want
since
to put this in the world.
I don't want to put it out there yet. I don't know 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 yet.
All right.
Put me on the spot.
You weaseled your way out of that one.
You are funny.
Right? So
Let me think about it.
man, because come on, man.
I know. I don't know, man.
Hit me with the kid shit from Kid and Play. Like, the nigga's trying to learn to dance. He's like, hold on, wait. Don't give up so easy. Niggas gonna let me give up.
I make a lot of beats. That's all I know.
I already know, and I know it'll be very tough for whoever's on that other end of the motherfucking turntables.
Dilla.
That's all I wanted. That's a fantasy one right there.
Dilla.
That would be hard.
Whoa, that would be because we kind of almost he's his own. We're too different the way we do our shit. That dude, bananas. But the sounds that we have the same kind of. We just
sonically.
Yeah, something matches with us in a way. Cause I'm like kind of crazy too with the sounds and just I'm starting to get it all together now.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now this is a fan question for me. As a producer that like I said, you fuck with the SP, you fuck with the MP. Have you ever thought about fucking with Fruity Loops? Has that been something you ever tried?
I never tried it. I just never tried it. I know Knife was nice with that.
Oh, dear.
I just never.
It's a lot of cats that's nice.
I never made beats with the computer like I never did it like that. I got the Renaissance. I barely used it though. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have a laptop hooked up to it.
Right. Do you feel like is that like is it too easy for you? So you just like I don't want to. I'm just
used to doing it the way I've been doing it, man. I went from the SP. I was hard headed. I didn't want to give that up either. You know what I'm saying? But then I just said, you know what? I just tried the MP one day and I liked it. Just started messing with the MP. 2000 and the 2000 XL. That's the one I've been using. So,
I'm so interested to just hear what you would do on FL.
What's that?
Fruity Loops.
Oh, man. Shout out to Knife Wonder on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
he was the man with that.
Yeah, and not even, I know, I already know how you feel about these things. But
I wouldn't know. How would you know about Fruity Loops? You use it?
Nah, I never used it, but I got some producers
that do it.
That fuck with it, and they really nice on it.
You see, but you see yourself trying to fuck with it?
I think if I ever was to make
the sound of it?
I like the sound of it. I would try it there first. Like for me, I don't record myself on Pro Tools. I use Logic because it's easier for me to
see, I'm a record guy, so I like to find kicks, snares. It goes deeper than just samples. I like to find kicks, snares, dope hi-hats, dope little drum sounds or bongos or whatever the heck. And now that you could get samples from any goddamn where.
Right.
I'm looking for those,
That's hard.
But
see, that's funny because you will pluck a bunch of records from different places and put them shits all together in different sequences.
Yes.
So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And just match them together and see what sounds the best, and then minus what we could do without.
And you have a distinctive drum pattern where producers will be like, I need the Pete Rock drums. Right? Now, does that come from going through digging for records? Or what was your psyche in having your own? Because that's your shit. Like I could identify a Pete Rock beat anytime I hear it. When I hear the drums,
Yeah,
it's a certain dusty kind of drum kick that I'm going to hear.
Yeah, that comes from listening to break beats on vinyl. That definitely comes from studying patterns and how drummers would play. You know, the drum loops. I mean, not the drum loops. The drum breaks on their songs. You know what I'm saying? And that was definitely a part of it. Then you just something that's just in you. Just something that's just in you. I just added what was in me. You know what I'm saying? With the way I program. My drums. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But that's why drummers are important to me. Like as far as for what I do. The way that I hear how certain drums go, because I'm a record dude. I buy records. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I just sit and listen. And that's it. I used to practice looping drums and then sampling the kick to match it with the same thing that the record is doing, same thing, and I mastered it.
Yeah, you was bro. That's why I said you top level sensei, top boss when it comes to that shit. That shit.
I can make the kick sound, hit it right with the record, right with what the drummer's doing. And it's if I can't do it, I ain't gonna let it fly.
I trust. I already know. Somebody said you'll kill Ableton live. That's what somebody just said in my comments.
Man, listen, I have Ableton. I used it on New York's Finest. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Sure did.
Let that go.
And there's a interlude before the Redman song, or after the Redman song. It might be before the Redman song. That's Ableton Live.
Gangster. See, everybody going crazy right now. They going crazy about Ableton. Right
Yeah, that was one of the, when I first got that, that was one of the first things I was playing with, in this new era of music making. Ableton was one of the first things I was playing with.
Now, True Soul Records.
Mm-hmm.
Before we got on, I was listening to this mixtape, 21 Grams, by an amazing artist. He goes by the name of Amir.
Shout out to Amir, AMXXR on Instagram. Yeah, he's the man, 21 Grams. He's, just a young, up and coming dude, and just wanted to do that mixtape so people could get familiar with him a little bit, just keep trying to promote that, and then drop his album, and then keep doing the same thing, repeat.
Now, personally, for me, I love the fact that you got new talent. Secondly, I love the fact that you got your own imprint and you're running your new talent through the imprint. You know what I mean? Because I know how important it was for you to have this and start the next phase of Pete Rock.
I don't want 100 million artists. I just maybe want 1 or 2 or 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's about it. That's my limit. You know what I'm saying? That running the label thing ain't easy.
Oh no, that's just not easy at all.
Like,
it's a lot of work.
Takes a lot of.
How'd you find Amir?
Just grew up in the hood. He grew up in the hood. Yeah, he was, when I was out there doing what I was doing with CL. He was a youngin', on the block, just hanging out, chilling, and kind of used to see us doing what we do in the basement. I guess some things stick to people, and one day I discovered that he rapped and listened to some stuff and liked it. You know what I'm saying? And but he was always around. I just really was so into what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Some things just kind of passed me by. Not saying that I didn't know he was around, but I was just so high off the music.
Shout out to Pete Rock for finding homegrown talent.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of our elder statesmen
grew up together.
You know what I mean? That's gangster.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. That warms my heart. Like the kid that carried your fucking records ended up
and he's
with
Jamaican.
An album on top 10.
And he's Jamaican.
And Jamaican. Let the horns go for the Island Boys.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You already
Island
know.
Boys all around this
You know.
motherfucker, man.
Yes, sir, man. So we did that mixtape to get familiar, so people could get familiar with who he is and stuff like that. Then we're gonna drop the album Dope Boy Soul on True Soul Records.
When's Dope Boy Soul coming?
We haven't got a final date. The album's done, finished, everything. Artwork is being touched up. Probably like September, October.
Okay, so we on the way.
Yep.
We on the way.
Yep. Well, in
I gotta
August.
sneak you on some records, man. You know what I mean? You gotta get you in the system, man.
Yeah.
Get you in the system.
That's just 21 grams is just just a warm up. It's just not. It's not the way the album sounds. It's
At all.
yeah. It's just
showing niggas that you can rap. Just showing off. Let me just show off to these Pete Rock beats. Pete gave me the beats. He told me to rap. This is what I'm doing.
saying?
Fuck it.
So that's it.
That's fire.
Yeah, man, we working, man.
That's fire. That's fire. I love shit like that. Like I said, you're an example of what we want all our OGs to do.
Yes.
As far
just
as
stay in it.
Staying in it, and correcting us when we wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing with you, being in the studio with you, you've always, even though it wasn't too much correcting, but when I needed to be corrected, you would correct me.
Yes.
Even if it came to a verse from somebody else that you didn't like, then you'd just be like, we'd sit there and argue, and then it'd be like, nah.
Oh, Pete. You remember? Yeah. You remember? Oh, now you got me turned on.
Yeah,
now, I remember.
That's what I'm talking. I had to wake you up.
No, but you know what? It worked out.
It worked out. I'm not gonna say what it is, but a lot of people just came in
because I heard him on other stuff, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, the guy's good. The guy's good.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, but the pattern was a little different at first, and it just had to go how it went.
No, but it worked out because I was like, maybe this does work. Maybe because I was moving it around and made it fit.
It worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a part of the next shit, and I'm gonna just see this energy out here, and I'm gonna continue to talk about other shit, but. When we get back in, a part of what I want to do is I want to work with some of these artists.
Yeah.
That I want to work with some of these artists that's not in our genre.
Yeah. No. I want
to bring them in our world.
Yeah. Okay.
I would love to do something with Lil Yachty.
Okay.
Just for I want to.
If you could make it work, and if he could pick a beat that I make, that he would like, because I'm not gonna give him nothing. He's gonna have to rap.
Oh, I know.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Cause you got Smoke Dizzle on your side.
These
I
niggas
know
is
you
gonna rap.
Yeah.
Niggas, and it's a lot of these guys that I like, and I know
I ain't work with anybody.
I know you will, and I know once they step into our arena, they'll understand you a little more because Pete Rock is hard on musicians because he loves music and makes music at a top level.
Exactly.
So it doesn't come from a place of malice.
Nah, I'm not.
It's not that.
Nah.
It's way more of respect.
But people take it wrong. People take it wrong.
You know what I mean? And I found myself a lot during the years. I would be fighting outside off the camera about certain things because I'm just like, it's not to be taken.
I mean, I could
way.
probably have said a lot of things better than I did. You know what I'm saying? But I was angry. I was so fucking mad. Back then. But I'm okay now. It's all right. Maybe I could do it. What you want?
You was mad, bro. You was
and I'll work
mad.
with you. And I'll work with you.
I would get 5 a.m. text messages just about music. You being upset. Like, yo, what the fuck is this, Smoke?
I can't front.
Explain this to me.
I can't front. I was mad. I was mad. It was a period when it all, because I seen a lot. Trust me, I seen a lot. It was a period when all that started. I remember. And I seen it getting worse and worse and worse. And then, right now at this point, it's just like, I see people trying their hardest to make it more solid.
But the tide is turning back to
That's what I'm saying.
The shit that we grew up on.
That's what I'm
shit
saying.
That you guys laid the
It's
groundwork
just music.
for.
It's just music. Nothing old about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want me to do something with an old feel, but with the new sound, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? We could do that.
let's bridge the gap for these niggas real fast. You know what I mean? Just show niggas how it go.
Yep.
I ain't tripping. I ain't mad at playing the game with a bunch of point guards.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's a positionless game of fucking music that we could still make great music. You
the
know what
outcome
I mean?
is the most important thing in hip hop for me.
Absolutely.
Making a hit record.
Absolutely. See, I brought that up because you tweeted something 2 days ago. You was like, mumble rap is dead or some shit like that. And somebody said, they said Playboy Cardi's better than Smoke Dizzy. You need to stop getting Smoke Dizzy beats.
Oh, they said better than you? Wait. They said better than you?
Hey, look, I know, but here's my thing. I love Playboy Cardi. This is no jab at Playboy Cardi.
I think he's good. My son likes him.
My son likes him. I would love to work with Playboy Cardi. It was funny to me.
Travis Scott, all of them.
But they take it as, it's our shit against their shit, and it's not that.
No, it's not.
It's not that.
We just saying, yo, go this route a little bit.
Right.
Then we saying, like, be versatile. Don't do the same thing over and over and over and over. Be repetitive over and over and over. Make some different shit.
Because ain't no different than what you said to what
Say
T-Pain
something.
said.
Talk to people. Shit
T-Pain
going
said
on
his
out
shit,
here.
but his shit was a little more animated. It looked funny.
Right.
Like,
Right.
But when you say your shit, you dead serious with the Pete Rock voice.
Yeah. I'm not saying you can't have fun. I'm not saying you can't have fun when you're making records, but you can't do the same thing all the time.
Right.
You got to change it up.
Right. Like,
that's how hip hop is made like that.
Yeah.
Listen to the Tribe. Listen to, Nice and Smooth. Listen to KRS-One. Everything sounds different for me. Every beat is different. Yeah, nothing don't sound the same.
Right.
Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, you name it.
Who's outside of us? Smoke Dizza, Amir. Who's I won't even ask for a list. Is there any other artists that you like?
Yeah. Well, there's a guy named B-Boy Stance. There's MCs that I like. You know what I'm saying? He from Philly. I like him. There's a couple of dudes in Philly I like. Chill Moody, a couple other people.
Fuck with Chill Moody.
Yeah, Black Thought, though, of course, number one. He's the god. And then rest in peace, Malik B, man. You know what I'm saying? He was one of my favorites, too, from Philly. Cassidy. I'm naming Philly dudes. But I listen to a lot of Philly MCs. But my favorite, Rock Marciano. You know what I'm saying?
We got a cool joint on one of my tapes that you produced. Me, Rock Marcy, and
Bucket Hat joint?
Bucket, yeah, Buckets. Me, Rock Marcy, and Damo Genesis.
Yes, Damo Genesis. I remember that one.
One of my favorite joints.
Yeah.
You produced a lot of beats for a lot of Uptown niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? G's Up is probably one of my favorite beats for Uptown niggas that you produced.
Yes.
What was it like working with Max and Jim at that time?
Oh, that was dope. And we also did a song called We Roll for New York's Finest. That was one of my favorite joints to do with them. It was dope to see them work together. You know what I'm saying?
They played that joint on the Versus. I was hyped when that shit came on.
It seemed like just Max was in control of everything. It's like, this is the hook, this is that. And then Jim just locked in.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. See, it's dope that you actually was in the studio when all of these records was made. You know what I mean? It wasn't, at this point, it wasn't no email shit. You had to pull up anyway. If a nigga want to beat from you now.
That's how I want it. That's how I would like it. Now there's a pandemic and it's probably limited, but, that's how I would. In person is way better than this email stuff. Then you and Joe Schmo end up with your beat. Then talking about produced by Pete Rock with some dude I never even heard rap before on my beat. They didn't pay for it. Just destroyed the beat in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stopped doing emails. Because people somehow get beats.
Right. But do you think it's more difficult with not sending emails than back in the days with your beat CDs floating around, or did you just know who you was giving your beat CD to?
I used to email like crazy, though. I used to email everything. Email to you, email to everybody.
Yeah, no. You an email nigga. You are a tech savvy nigga. Niggas cannot say nothing about PR.
Exactly.
You definitely a tech savvy nigga.
I was emailing my ass off to people. And then, I just noticed in a few slip ups and a few mistakes on other people's behalf, not my behalf, but maybe it is my behalf because I'm emailing it out to y'all and being irresponsible with it.
Crazy. One of my favorite hip hop movies ever made. Who's the Man?
Oof.
I got the poster on my wall out there.
We were in that movie, but we couldn't see our faces.
Y'all was the robbers.
Yes.
But see, I bought the poster because Pete Rock and CL Smooth was on the poster. I got the poster out there. I don't even know if you've seen it. You're on the poster out there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Everybody's on that poster.
Okay.
And for me, I still right now, I'm probably putting in the universe. Somebody probably gonna jack the idea, but whatever.
Yeah.
It still hasn't been a movie where it was the whole genre of hip hop in one flick at one time. Like not like a backstage show movie. I'm talking about like a movie.
Yeah.
Where you got people playing different characters. I mean, Kyle kind of did that.
Yeah.
But Who's the Man is more of a cult classic for me.
Yeah.
Now, getting into that movie, was that the first movie that you was in?
Who's the Man? Yeah.
What was it like? What was that casting like? Like they just like what? How did that come about?
They just told us put this on, and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like being a robber and stuff with Eric B. on stage, it was just. I don't even remember how I met that.
It just happened.
Yeah.
One of those things. You got a long, illustrious career, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be a part of all that stuff. Rest in peace to Heavy D. All for the success of us two working together. I was able to do other things.
Queen La told Omar, he told my man Q, you just local.
Yeah.
You're not
you remember
P-Rock.
that? Yo, I ain't even know that.
You're just local.
That's crazy because I ain't even know that was gonna. I didn't even know that was gonna go down in the movie. We was in the movie theater with the homies.
Get
bro.
the fuck out. So you didn't even
And
know that was.
And I said, nah, they didn't just say it. Yo, they my homies is like, yo, they just said your name, man. And I was like, what? I was bugging.
Crazy.
I was bugging. I was like, I didn't even know that was gonna happen, bro. Imagine being in a movie. And
nigga, I'll freak out if I'm going to go see one of the hypest movies live.
Scratch.
And they say my name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I wasn't on the movie set of that. I didn't go to the movie set or nothing.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
Yep.
The motherfucking icon P Rock.
Bless.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying?
A nigga that was in the rooftop.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
A nigga that was in the tunnel.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
What the rooftop was. I'm a Harlem nigga, so you know I like these stories give me goosebumps.
One way in, one way out. and it was going down in that spot, bro. It was dope hip hop in there. Don't get it messed up. It was dope hip hop in there. Shout out to Brucey B and Cool G. I remember Cool G, the other DJ too, and the host. Or was he the host? Yeah, he was the host. I remember the Dougie Fresh show, KRS-One show, Big Daddy Kane show, Heavy D show. I was there for that.
Crazy.
Yeah, and just going there on my own with my friends, and a lot of things.
The D-Boys ran that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know it was very intense. It was a lot of
shooting,
shooting. But it was a lot of money being spent also. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so when times was good, they were great.
Yeah.
A lot of cars, a lot of BBs.
I'm just glad I survived it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I, experienced it. Union Square too, and Land Quarter. Word up. Experience.
Major rounds.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what era did you like more? Did you like the rooftop era more? Did you like the tunnel era more?
The rooftop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I like the rooftop era more because it was just something about the music. You know what I'm saying? KRS-One dropped Criminal Minded at that time, and that's all you heard. That and Paid in Full. That's all you heard in New York. You know what I'm saying? And then, you have other people making classics after those two. And to me, those two are the main marks in the 80s. Like the Rooftop days. I mean, that's all you heard out of dudes' trucks and all that. I remember meeting Al Poe. Yeah.
At the Rooftop?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Yep.
See, that's why you just say it so calmly. That's why I'm like the Rooftop, nigga. I need to.
Everybody was there. Everybody was there though. I seen all of them drug dealers there. They was all there. Yeah.
So, is it safe to say that they were the rappers back in that era?
In a sense, because the females like the jewelry and the money. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't rap, but they look like they do.
So that was enough.
Yeah, it was enough. You know what I'm saying? But the rappers though that really entertain you, that made hit records, that you heard, that made a difference in hip hop, took all that. They stepped all that up, bro.
Crazy. Favorite mixtape DJ?
Ron G.
Now, Ron G is another Pete Rock for me. Ron G was the first mixtape DJ that put me on a mixtape.
Ron G, bro, the master.
The Mix King, Ron G.
Yes, sir.
That's gangster.
What? He was doing all them blends and the serious blends. I think they made something out of one of them. Flex would be killing it all the time. Something in the way you make me feel, that Stephanie Mills one.
That was his one of his famous blends at that time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You know, shout out to Big Light wherever he had in the world. I remember Ron G used to send Big Light to come get me every other Friday from my block after school.
Oh yeah.
To take me to Yonkers to go record a freestyle for his tape.
Wow.
In his crib.
Yonkers? Where at in Yonkers?
And I don't remember where his crib was at in Yonkers, but he had a crib in Yonkers back then.
Wow.
And fucking I used to go over to his crib and record. So that was the first mixtape DJ that gave me a shot.
That's crazy.
So it's crazy that's your favorite mixtape DJ,
course.
and that's the first DJ that ever gave
Ron
me a
G,
shot.
shout out to Ron G, man.
Everything is fucking.
Because I remember Ron G from when I was a youngin'. You know, like not too young, not like he old, but you know what I'm saying. Like when I was younger, in my young days, I was hearing his tapes.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I was hearing his tapes. He was coming up the same. We was actually had the same come up, like, but he was more of a DJ. I started producing. You know what I'm saying? He probably was making beats too. You know, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, you call yourself the Soul Brother number one.
James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah.
Right, and I hear a lot of inspiration in all of your beats. You know, even the funky. You be like, that shit is funky. You know, and I hear them beats and I think of James Brown. How much did James Brown inspire you in your production?
Well, I met him when I was like 7 years old, bro.
Wow.
My mom took me and my younger brother to a concert. You know, we shook his hand, and you know, he transferred that superpower from one hand into me and my younger brother. But I was just more like the fan, you know. Not saying my younger brother wasn't. We both were.
Shout out to Grap Lover.
Yeah, Grap Lover. Shout out to Grap. We were both fans, but I was just like, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nigga met James Brown.
Yeah, so James Brown, for me, was like, he was like, to me, I thought that at a younger age, he was like the ultimate artist over everyone. Like everybody, till I started learning more about other people. You know what I'm saying? But still, I kept him close to my heart, always number one.
Fire.
Yeah, because I've never heard any artist talk on a record to his band members and put it out on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? On the record, he's talking to the band members, telling them what to play, how to play. Oh, this and that. And they having like conversations about food and collard greens.
And he put that shit out as a live album.
He puts it out as a 45 of a song called "Get It Together," where he's just like talking to the band members and stuff. He did it on, I think, "I Got a Feeling" too. And a couple of songs, "Escapism." So many.
He was the definition of turning his imperfections into perfections.
And you ever heard music like that? Like if
That's
you really
different.
listen to it, back in the day, that was some other shit. James Brown music.
That's different.
Man.
You gonna make me dig that up because I didn't even know that was a thing. They was ordering food.
The Godfather, the Godfather's soul. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I just kind of took that after him and applied it to hip hop. You know, that's what a great artist does. They inspire others.
That's a fact. You know that's a fact. That's a fact. Pete Rock's top 5 greatest rappers of all time.
Karis One, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Nas, and Coogee Rap.
That's a list.
Yeah.
That's a list. Left 2 of my niggas out there, but but fuck it. It's a list. Yeah, I take it. I take it. I take it.
So that's your list then.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
That's your list.
I still like them too, but you know, it's so many of us, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's how, like how you do a top 5. That's such a hard thing to do. Then they, you know, you don't say somebody's name, they gonna be like, But top 5 in New York for me, in New York, I won't say hip hop. It's gotta be at least top 10.
Yeah, I feel that.
Give me 5 more from different places.
I feel that.
Andre 3000. What's homie from UKG?
Oh, UGK.
Yeah, UGK. I mean, sorry, I'm bugging.
Bon B.
Yeah, Bun. Damn, I was about to say Prodigy. Rest in peace. That's New York. Damn. Snoop.
Of course.
Snoop. There's actually a few West Coast. I like undergroundish, Planet Asia. You know, a couple other Feel the Agony in them.
Shout out to Phil. I ain't seen Phil in a minute.
Yeah, me either. I didn't talk to him in a while. You know, it just. But that was my top 5.
That's a good list.
Yeah.
That's a good list.
You love pulling information
Yeah, I
out
love
of me,
pulling.
don't
Yeah,
you?
I got to, because there ain't nobody else able to do it but me. That's why I was the first in the party. I said I'm gonna ask all the questions that I know these niggas scared, because they gonna get cursed out. He might walk out on them niggas. I'm gonna ask all that shit. Fuck it. All you gonna do is tell me.
Stop this
if he
interview
gonna
right
tell me
now.
No, he gonna tell me no. He gonna spin out of it. But fuck it, I'm gonna ask.
Slam the headphones down.
Now, you know, before we wrap up, it's 2 things. It's 2 other genres of things that we connect on. Now, for me, my superhero growing up was Hulk Hogan.
Wrestling.
Your superhero was
The Incredible Hulk.
You see how I lined that up,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, we all have our personal, like, you know, we were once a kid, man. Some things just stick with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Hulk, still into Hulk, like the comic and the animated. You know, they got this new thing I just saw tonight on What If on the Disney Channel. You know, yeah, man, Hulk, man.
See, I'm
Hulk
WrestleMania,
Hogan,
you Comic-Con. We still a hoax.
Yeah.
It's still a hoax. We
That's
hulking up
crazy.
in this motherfucker.
That's crazy.
Even so, like even when I come to the crib, we'll watch the Incredible Hulk, the old Lou Ferrigno.
Incredible Hulk. That's the original.
That's
the only Hulk.
That's what I remember. That's the only Hulk.
That's the only Hulk.
That's the only Hulk, you know, as far as Incredible Hulk goes.
Yes.
Now, another genre that we fully connect on, basketball. We're probably the 2 biggest Knicks fans in this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
We got Kemba.
We got Kemba.
Hopefully, he can stay healthy.
Yeah, hopefully our guys stay healthy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it's good. It's a good addition.
Yeah, man.
To our squad,
we
to our
got
young
squad.
squad.
Kemba, so I was happy to hear that.
Now I seen you in the fucking New York Knicks.
Melo's on the Lakers, my boy.
Oh man, I wanted him to come back home, but I was being selfish.
Yeah, me too.
Go get a ring.
Yeah.
Go get a ring. Go get a ring.
Yeah.
Now, right, so I seen you on a New York Knicks commercial and I fanned out.
Oh wow, bro.
Right, because
Say word.
on MSG.
Say word. Oh yeah, that commercial. I know about that commercial. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's
Now
what's
you
up.
DJ'd at the Garden.
Yeah.
thousands of times.
Yeah.
What is it like having a commercial on MSG for the home team squad?
Nothing like it, brother. Shout out to my boy Anthony Donahue, you know, #1 Knick fan. He called me up one day and just was like, yo, Pete, come through. And I came through. You know, that's what I be doing. Just come through, yo. Come through. Next thing you know, I come. One day he calls me over there, and they shooting on the courts in the Bronx. And I go there, and we shooting. And the guy's out there with a camera, and he's just filming. And, you know.
Next thing you know, it's on MSG.
I seen you out there, man, busting somebody's ass. Man. I was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have talked so much shit to Smoke. Now I gotta play this nigga.
Now we gonna be on the same squad. We gonna be on the same squad.
No doubt.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yeah.
athlete musicians. I know you played in a lot of celebrity basketball.
A little
games.
bit, a little something.
A few.
Yeah, a few.
You played in some good ones.
Me and Chris Brown.
That's what I was about to ask about, because you always be talking about, this nigga Chris Brown is nice.
He got at me.
He got at you.
But I D'd him up pretty nice though. You know what I'm saying? I D'd him up pretty nice.
He tried to cross.
He a real player. He played for real.
Nah, I seen him playing in the crew league.
Yeah,
he was going crazy.
He played for real. Him and J. Cole, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Cole. That's the bro right
Cole
there.
World.
I
Shout
love
out to Cole
man.
World. Word
Hopefully we get Cole on this part too, man.
Yeah.
I gotta send that text out maybe a year ahead, just so
Yeah.
he know it's still on the radar.
Bro, shit is fun, man. You know what I'm saying? To see us just excel and do other things. You know?
I love it, bro. Yeah. I love it. And hopefully this time we be able to get Nas. We were supposed to get Nas on Limitless. I always tell that story.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
If he would have jumped on that would have been a wrap.
That would have been a wrap. Always tell that story. Shout out to East, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dave East.
Yeah, man. But Pete Rock,
I needed an East verse on that, too, though.
We should have got a fucking East verse on that. Yeah. I think that was my fault. Because I was just like, just do the hook, because I thought Esco was going to get on it.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, he should have just did a verse on the shit, too.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles. Maybe we could still revisit that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe do a mixtape with it.
Yeah, we could do something with that. I remember when Primo posted on Instagram, he said that was his favorite joint.
Yeah, he did. He loves that. Yeah, he loves that joint. I do, too. I love that shit.
I love the whole tape.
That shit is crazy.
And I continue to refer to it. Yeah. Because this is the pressure to do part 2.
Yes. I got you, bro.
Everybody, my whole chat is talking about
it's all a matter of you doing what we doing right now. You see what you doing, but you on the couch, the equipment right here. I'm playing the beats. You going crazy. You picking what you want, and it's done. And then you go home and start writing.
Yeah, man. We eat provisions. We talk our shit.
Yeah, we eat. We order food, talk shit.
Exactly.
And watch something funny.
Some 70s shit on you.
Yeah, some 70s shit. You know, I was watching TNT Jackson today. That shit had me rolling. I was like, oh. You know what I'm saying?
TNT Jackson.
Yeah, that shit is mad funny, son. That shit is mad. Your man from Harlem Nights up in that joint. Mad Young with the fat afro. Yo, that shit had me.
What's our joke, niggas? Tommy Gibbs.
Yo, bro. Oh yeah, that's what we watched. Black Caesar. I had you watching Black Caesar and Hell Up in Harlem. Oh my God. Those are my two favorites.
That's what I'm naming this episode.
Two favorites.
I'm naming this episode Tommy Gibbs.
Yes.
And his father.
Yes. And I quote, unquote, quote again. Nah, but yeah, bro. That's it's love, bro. I can't wait to get started, nigga.
Yeah, man. We on the way, man. Shout out to Amir, the brother in the building.
Shout out to my artist, my bro.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all
Amir.
download 21 grams.
21 grams. Dope Boy Soul coming. You know. Shout out to True Soul Records. You know. Peace Instrumentals 4. Shout out to the Soul Brothers. The list goes on and on and on. Man.
Now, you know, Pete, before we get out of here, you know, I usually leave the gems. But when I got a gem sitting in front of me, I always have a gem leave a gem.
Okay.
Give me a gem for anybody out there chasing their dreams.
Chase it, man. Chase it to no end, but just know your boundaries, know the do's and don'ts. You know, be passionate. Never quit. The normal shit. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, buckle down on the music, man, and be versatile. You know, that's the one thing I want people to learn is to be different. Do one style, do another style, do another style, and then master all three. Nobody can't tell you nothing after that.
Be a master of your craft from the motherfucking legend.
That's it.
The chocolate boy one. You got to give me one of them. Ows.
Ow! Got me doing ad libs up in here.
Personal Party Podcast. Thanks for
dog.
pulling up, PR.
Anytime, brother. Love you too, bro.
Man.
You already know.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Twitch, stay tuned. Hey, Broadway on vacation. He would say his dumb shit, right? But I'm going to say it for him. Curls for the girls, waves for the babes, naps for the hood rats. Smoke your grabber. It's not show Broadway. I didn't have to hear that stupid ass ad lib on episode. It's great. And I hope you enjoy your fucking vacation. Because you might be on another one.